So good morning, everybody. This is the last day of work on the project site. We have now been here. This is our 10th full day of work, and we are taking our time and finishing the cleanup of the yard. Over these last 10 days, we've been able to complete the porch construction of 4 different cabins, installation of 4 ridge caps on 4 different cabins, and we've provided some installation of some HVAC systems in 4 different cabins, and also completed the installation of some electrical circuits for 4 different porches. That was what we were tasked to do when we got here, and we have achieved that plus a little bit more. And want to give a shout out to the team in the entirety for a job well done. We've gotten some really good feedback from the rotational staff and the Camp Kamassa's founder, Miss Mary, that we've done a really good job, and they look forward to having us back.
Hi, welcome to Camp Kamassa in beautiful Crystal Springs, Mississippi. It's myself is Lieutenant Colonel Joe Screnchi. Next to me is Captain Man, a Public Health Officer. My function here was as the medical officer for the construction team, comprised of the 108th and the 177th Civil Engineering Squadrons. We've had black flag conditions almost daily. We've had to adjourn early almost every day except the first few days, as well as had to leave the work site very fast during a torrential downpour. Reason why, we have very thick red clay mud, and our vehicles are not 4x4 equipped. Health-wise, everyone's been in good spirits. Everyone's been hydrating well. Myself and Captain Man have gone around and had eyes on everyone on a regular basis and maintaining their health and well-being.
The reason why we always like to have preventive medicine out on a work site like this, it's a lot more effective to keep people from getting sick and injured than it is to have to treat them, have to get them to some kind of definitive care when we're out here so far away from civilization. So as the Colonel mentioned, we were at black flag conditions. That means the wet bulb index was above 90. Pretty much every day we've been out here. For unacclimated folks, that could actually indicate a work stoppage. Most of the folks down here, they got fairly well acclimated by the end of last week, so they were able to continue working in conditions that otherwise, earlier on in the mission would have caused a work stoppage.
What did you think of the week?
Both weeks, it's very hard, arduous work for these folks. I give kudos. Everyone did their job and then some, and listened to our restrictions most attentively when we asked them to restrict their duties and things of that nature. I want to add also, we had great support from the local hospital. We went there and received extra medical equipment for whatever needs that we needed, and if we needed anything else, they gave us a carte blanche card to come by and pick up whatever resources we needed. And pretty much that's it, right?
What's your name?
Staff Sergeant Bagonis. I'm in the emergency management flight, and has nothing to do with what I did here. I used a circular saw, chop saw, learned how to read the markers on a tape measure.
What was your biggest project here?
The gables and framing out the porch.
Did you have a good time?
Besides the heat, it was a fun time.
Staff Sergeant Hudman. So I'm with the HVAC shop. We were in charge of installing ductwork. We did 4 cabins, which is actually surpassed what I thought we could do in 2 weeks, which is great. We're actually finishing up the last cabin now. So all of us got together, and now we're just knocking it out. So this DFT went great. I think especially for the for the kids and kids with disabilities. I think it's a great thing for them. So.
Your name and rank?
Staff Sergeant Garcia.
Tech Sergeant Joshua Carvajal. So the primary focus here was doing wiring up the porches with electrical life safety and branch circuits that provide lighting for the porches that the other teams were able to enclose.
You get it all done?
Absolutely.
And what do you think of the DFT?
I think it was really awesome. It was nice to be able to do a project with the skills that I've obtained throughout the years. It was really heartwarming because these children are really going to benefit from our efforts.
Senior Airman Seth Twombly. I was tasked to frame out the porches on cabin 5 and cabin 6 and cap off 4 of the buildings with the ridge caps for metal roofing. It's been a good trip. Hot, very hot, sweaty. I don't know if I mentioned it was hot, but it's hot. Still hot. Was hot, still is hot, but we got it done. It was a good trip, lots of work, lots of sweat. Had good people working.
Turn up on Camp Kamassa. Yeah. Hey, we did hard work. Work hard and you gotta have a little fun. But your best time on the camp.
You guys might as well get out of here.